Teachers at a local school district are holding off on their intent to strike. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Savannah Tomei.
And I'm Maggie Hockenberry. We'll have more on that story in just a moment, but first, snow is back in the forecast.
For the layest, we check in with Skywatch local forecaster Braden Harp in the Weather Center. Good evening, Braden.
2 arrests have been made in connection with the death of an Effingham woman. 22-year-old Jay Miller of Altamont has been charged with possession of a controlled substance, and 23-year-old Albert Church has been charged with delivery of a controlled substance. Both were arrested in connection with the death of Jessica James. James was found unresponsive in her home last Tuesday. She was transported to St. Anthony's Memorial Hospital, but died the following morning. The coroner says final autopsy results on James are pending. A former Charleston police officer accused of possessing a controlled substance won't stand trial March 4th as planned. John Blevins is being charged with possession of a controlled substance after he was found with prescription painkillers, medicine he didn't have a prescription for. A new trial date hasn't been set, but Blevins will return to court for another hearing March 6th. Blevins was a patrol officer with the Charleston Police Department, but no longer works there.
Topping tonight's National Watch, the country's debt limit could get higher. On Wednesday, the Senate voted in favor of a bill to increase the nation's debt limit. A dozen Republicans joined Democrats to overcome Senator Ted Cruz's filibuster of the bill. The approval came just in the nick of time, as the Treasury Department previously told Congress they had until February 27th to increase the limit. Now the government has until March of 2015 to borrow money. The bill will now move to President Obama for approval. And before you head to the polls next month, WEIU wants you to get to know your candidates. Tonight at 7, we'll speak to the 3 candidates running for the 110th District State Representative seat. For the entire hour, we'll ask the candidates Kevin Gardner, Reggie Phillips, and Darrell Cox questions that matter to you. Join us tonight at 7.
And in tonight's Consumer Watch, Toyota is announcing a major recall. The recall includes Prius model years 2010 through 2014. The Japanese automaker says there's a software problem that can cause the vehicle to shut down while it's being driven. The recall also includes the 2012 RAV4, the 2012 and 2013 Tacoma, and the 2012 and 2013 Lexus RX 350 to address a separate issue. Valentine's Day, a time when people show that someone special just how much they mean to them. Today, a local congressman spread a little love. John Shimkus stopped by the Mattoon Veterans Clinic with a basket full of Valentine's cards. Newswatch's Margaret Langevin spoke with some of those veterans who say the gesture really brightened their day.
Look what he got. He got a Valentine. Valentine's from the kids.
Shimkus says it's important to give out these Valentines to the veterans on holidays where they may not be thought of as much. He says it's necessary the younger generation understands the important role they play in our country.
These kids are being taught to their sacrifice, and then obviously producing a product to express their thanks. Again, I think it goes to the heart of their not being forgotten.
Not only did Congressman Shimkus think this was a special gesture, so did the veterans.
Lots of love. Thanks again, Katie.
This is the first time I've ever had anything like this from the children. And these children, they thought enough to give us veterans a card like this, and I know all the veterans is going to appreciate every bit of this.
But it's those who made the cards giving veterans all the thanks and praise. Veterans say it's a gesture that
protecting our country from harm.
That truly touched their heart.
Oh, it makes me feel really nice, I'll tell you, because I've never had it. And I'm glad that they're really seeing us veterans as we were and are, and what we've done for everybody through the years. You know, each and every veteran has done their share, and I appreciate it, and these kids will too.
When we asked Buell if he had anything else he wanted to say, he said this.
Just keep up the good work, kids, and I love each and every one of you.
In Mattoon, I'm Margaret Langevin for WEIU Newswatch.
Shimkus made visits to Paris, Mattoon, and Effingham today. He says thousands of Valentines have been given to veterans in the region. School classes, church youth groups, homeschoolers, and individuals have all helped with the program. Daytime highs reached into the mid-30s today here in East Central Illinois. don't get too comfortable. We're not done with winter yet.
We're definitely not, and the proof is on the East Coast. More on a major storm pounding that.
I'm happy about the warm-up, but I think these conditions tomorrow, people need to be careful when they're out, for
Definitely,
lunch.
this snow is going to fall really fast, so if you have to drive, be sure to take caution.
All right, thanks, Braden. College basketball teams throughout the state are escaping the cold and snow by heading south this weekend to kick off their 2014 season.
But first, playing on the road hasn't been friendly to this local basketball team, but maybe a trip a little further south may help heat things up for this squad. Thanks for watching your WEIU Sports Watch Report with Nate Page. Coming up next. And recapping one of tonight's top stories, it's back to school for students at Mattoon High School. On Wednesday, a water main broke at the school, causing classes to be canceled for 2 days. Superintendent Larry Lilly says parts to fix the line arrived from Springfield this morning, and classes are scheduled to resume tomorrow. Well, thank you, Braden, and thanks for joining us.
And don't forget, coming up tonight at 7 on WEIU, a special candidate forum featuring those running for the 110th state representative seat.
Have a good night.
And join us again tomorrow here on the era's only local newscast on PBS.